Yo, what's up and welcome to the very first Melty Blood Type Lumina release video. Today I want to do a quick day one tips and trick guide. So if it's your first time playing Melty Blood, you're a new player, or you've been playing the game for a while and you're just new to this game, I'm gonna go over a couple of things I think you guys should know definitely about this version of the game, and some things you should definitely be using and be aware of so you can jump in and have a good time on your first day playing the game. So I can't stress this first one enough, and this goes especially for certain characters within the game, and that is to use your auto combo. Now, auto combo is very strong, and it's a lot stronger than what we actually gave it credit for when we thought. We thought this was going to be another throwaway tool like the smart steer inside of Under Night, where you really didn't use it too much, but there was like some practicalities to it where you was able to use like double normals and stuff like that. In this game, it is very essential for certain things in this game. For one, talking about it, it is whiff cancelable. Yes, it's cancelable on whiff, so you can do your auto combo on whiff like this. As you can see, sabers go very far, and then if this happens to hit the opponent, she gets a whole sequence, and I can pick that up for a whole combo. Like literally, I could go into a whole combo and go like that. So very, very strong. It's also very good because it allows you to do confirms that necessarily aren't there for certain characters at certain ranges. So Saber, for example, doesn't have the best range on her launch attack. So at ranges like this, where she will hit with 2B, they like 2B, 5C, 2B, 2C, 5C, she really can't do anything, as you see. So what you could do instead is make use of that auto combo once again. And making use of that, well, now we can pick up for a combo once again. And now we're getting some damage that wasn't on the table before, meterless. Just make sure when you're using the auto combo, do not stop on the last hit if possible, because it is highly punishable. As you can see, very easy punish on it because it uses the launcher, which is usually unsafe for most of the characters, if not all the characters within the game. So it is something you can special cancel even on block. So if they do block this, you can special cancel. So if you have a safe special up close, then this is something you'll probably want to utilize to make this safe if it didn't connect. Tip number 2, be aware that the launchers in this game actually have a bit of head involved. So this is something unique to this version of the game. Melty Blood, classic Melty Blood, doesn't really have a universal anti-air option, but in this game, your launcher attack, which I believe is 3C for every character, at least every character that I played so far, this actually has invul to it when it comes to head invul. What I mean by that is when you see a person in the air, you will win if you press it at the right time and you get the head invul frame. So within a certain amount of time within this, there is invincibility to air attacks within it. Like as you can see, her attack is completely whiffing through me, and I'm able to punish her and then you know, do my own thing from there. So make sure you realize this and you use this accordingly. Now for the next thing, you heard people stress this a lot inside Guilty Gear Strive, and it's going to be the same message here. Use a dash macro if possible. It's going to be very strong for making sure that you execute your dashes the way you want to. So you're going to be able to get, you know, the lowest possible air dashes you want, lowest possible back air dashes you want. It's going to be good for, of course, when you're doing confirms and stuff like that. So if we take a confirm from Saber here, this is very combo like this is very easy. Using a dash macro, just press it one time, is a lot faster than trying to do dash dash. So you make the execution easier for yourself, and you make it faster for yourself as well, because it's less input. You just press everything at the same time rather than a double dash. So it gives you a couple more frames to work with because of the less amount of inputs that you're doing. So next thing we're going to talk about is using movement wisely. So movement inside of Melty Blood is obviously very strong and very important within this game. Obviously every character has the ability to do a double jump and an air dash, so you have a lot of mobility, and of course when you go inside of Moon Drive, you have even more mobility options for your characters. But one important thing, or a couple important things to know in this game in particular, is this game does have a super jump, but instead the super jump in this game, of course, makes you hop forward. So that's something you have to keep in mind when you're actually doing it. Now there is regular, like you can like super jump again like that. You can like super jump in the air once again. You can see you can hop forward on the second jump, so that is still there that you can do that. Now another important thing when it comes to moving inside Melty Blood is that your character doesn't actually turn around when you actually do normals, and there's not a lot of cross up normals within this game. I can only think of a few, like Miyako's jump A, for example. That's only one I really encountered in the game right now, is a cross up normal. But you can make your character cross up, and that's by using your second jump. So If you want to make sure your character turns around, then utilizing your second jump at that point is what you want to do. Also, there is something to keep in mind when it comes to your actual movement. When you actually are moving or air dashing inside this game, overshooting, especially with air dashes, is very, very scary, because air dashes in this game actually have landing recovery. As you can see, I'm actually able to punish her. As you see, when she like sort of dashes, she stands up for a quick second. As you can see that she sort of stands up and then goes down. It's very weird animation, right? That's because that's the landing recovery on it. Now, if we were to say jump and then double jump, like something like this, and we shoot over, notice how I can't punish her landing because there's no landing recovery on this. So when you're doing these options, make sure you're using these appropriately. So rather than, you know, always going for maybe the instant air dash, which is very good on Saber because how low it is on the ground, maybe use the super jump instead that pushes you forward so you can get over, and you know, use that option rather than the other to make yourself safe. So just in case you overshoot or something like that, you can make yourself safe in the situation. One last thing about movement inside Melty Blood: when you're doing combos, the game still registers the amount of movement options that you have. So some characters actually end their combo in the air, and that allows you to actually still use your movement options that you didn't use. So when you do the launcher, they go in the air, that counts as a jump. That counts as one jump. So that means you still technically have another jump and an air dash left. So some characters, like I said, end their combos when they do throws in the air. This allows you to actually use that jump, and you can set up things like safe jumps and stuff for this opportunity. So do an air combo, throw the opponent down, and see if your character can move after you throw them, and see if you are able to do setups and stuff like that. So it's, like I said, you can do safe jumps. I can do safe jumps. I can go for air dash setups and stuff. So you can really make it tricky, or I can do MG jump low. You can really do like sort of mix up type things and like make safe jumps and stuff with these type of options. So make sure you see what your character can do with this type of thing. Next thing I want to talk about is understanding your character's blowback edge moves, and these are basically going to be the charge moves in the game. Now, apparently that's the name they gave them, but these, like I stated before in previous videos, change the properties of how your moves work. So we could take a couple look of Sabers here. So she has this 5C, just a standard 5C, but when you charge it, it actually launches them in the air. So you get more damage, and you get other combo opportunities that weren't there before a little bit easier. So she can now do stuff like this, like a relaunch combo for extra damage. It makes it a little bit easier for you to do because it pops them in the air, and then this could pop them in the air, and that allows you to like jump cancel it a little bit easier and stuff like that. Then she has these other like sway moves. Now, when you actually do these as charge, she feints it, so she doesn't actually do it. You could use these for, you know, if you want to come back in, or like how I like to use it right now, like dirty resets to like go to the other side of my opponent from using the auto combo. So once again, auto combo having another use. But another character, Arcwade. So normally she has this 5B, just a standard move, but when she charges it, it becomes an overhead and it has armor. So understanding the character's charge moves that you have and seeing what properties and different changes that happen to it, from it becoming an overhead to it having armor and all these different types of things. So see what happens with your character's charge moves and see how you can implement them inside your game plan. So the final advice I got for you all is don't be afraid to use your shields. Now, shields in this game are incredibly strong, a lot stronger I think than before, and that's because of two main reasons. And that is, you can hold them indefinitely, and there's really little to no drawback when it comes to it. It doesn't take your magic circuit meter. It doesn't like take your health. Now, if you do miss the actual shield, it does take a little bit of your moon meter. As you can see, every time I miss it, my moon meter goes down by a little bit, and that's just something that happens. So if the shield doesn't connect with anything and you just do it, then it will take a little bit of your moon meter in the process. Now, it doesn't mean when your moon meter is gone, you can't shield. It just means, you know, you're just losing it. If there's something there to take, you just lose a little bit of it. But that's the one thing that's there. And of course, if you guess wrong, then obviously it's a fatal counter. But besides that, the big thing about this is in classic Melty, shields can low shields can only be shielding low attacks and crouching mids. But now standing mids are also things that crouching shield can beat. So doing a crouching shield is a lot less risky than it was before. The only thing you have to worry about is literally overhead attacks and throws when you're doing shields, if you're doing a crouching shield. So if a person doing a crouching shield on you, you have to worry about overhead attacks, or I guess, no, not even unblockables too. You can shield unblockables. So you can shield unblockables, you can shield mids and lows, and you just have to worry about the overheads and throws. So shield is very strong, and of course when you do this one beats the overheads and then loses to the lows. And when I say lows, I mean actual lows, not just moves that are considered crouching, like this 2B right here. It has to be an actual low, like her 2A, which is an actual low. So keep that in mind, that both of the shields will be mids. One is just for the overheads, and the ones is just for lows. So the crouching shield definitely got buffed, mega buffed, and super strong. So definitely try it out for yourselves. Don't be afraid to use it, and just get custom and used to the tool, because it's going to be very strong for helping you later on in the game. Anyway, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys found that information useful. As always, if you like anything I had to say, drop me a like, or great appreciate it. And if you want to catch me live, follow me at twitch.com/DykinXZan. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you know the next video goes live. As always, my name is Dykin, and I'll see you next time. Signing out.